Now, I bet you all would like to think that that is how it went down. It is not. I didn't just poison one child. I poisoned the whole goddamn class. Hola, soy gorda. Welcome to my channel. The story I'm about to tell you is one of those moments in life that you just can never forget. You can never forget what you did. No matter how hard you try, it is literally engraved. Like a dog just took a mean piss in your brain, and that territory is marked forever. It is not going away, ever. Sorry to tell you. This was in 2004, 2005-ish. My class had went on a field trip this day. I don't remember where we went or what exactly we were doing, but it was a very much town of Salem kind of looking field trip. There was horses and ranches, and I'm pretty sure there was a plantation. I don't know where the heck we were, but it was a little sus to be there, if you know what I'm saying.
Is it because I'm black?
The kids that were there were a bunch of kids from a bunch of different schools, all in the range of kindergarten to 5th grade. So everybody is a bunch of young children here. And of course, people who are watching us are teachers. Our lunch was towards the end of the field trip. All of the kids got together at the benches. Your school with your group, your age group, your class, you all sat together in one section. I remember sitting there and eating the food they gave me. I think it was some macaroni and potatoes, maybe a sandwich. It's a very weird food combination, but you know.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I digress. At least they fed me. At the end of this meal, we had one more activity to do as a class together. I think we were taking a picture or we were hiking up back to the buses. In the process of doing this, prior to us leaving, I, also a child in kindergarten, maybe 1st grade, saw that a couple of the students had left these packets laying around on the table. And as a kid, I loved ices. I loved freezing Kool-Aid, lemonade, any kind of juice. I would put it in a cup and put it in the freezer, and I would eat it later because I just like ice. I just liked eating ice, and I liked eating flavored ice. Thanks, anemia. When I saw that children were leaving packets of blue, red, purple liquids that were already pre-sectioned out on the table after lunch, I'm thinking to myself, wow, y'all leaving out free ices? Y'all not taking ices home with you? Okay, free ices for me, free icy for my friend, icy for everyone. I started collecting these packets of the colored liquid, took them, put them in my book bag. I think I was towards the end of the line, so why I was being unsupervised, just taking things off the table, I don't know. Nobody could tell you. I wish I did, but I don't know. Probably an hour later, we're all back on campus, and there's probably 2 hours left of the class day. I think our teacher, I don't know where she was in this moment, but I knew she wasn't in the classroom. I think she had walked to the neighboring classroom to go and get something for us to do for the remainder of the day. In this time, and I don't know why I waited to do this as if it was a bad thing that I was doing, which it was. But I didn't know what it was. I thought I had packets of ices. And although they weren't frozen anymore, they still were ices, and I still was gonna consume it, if you know what I'm saying. So I take out all of these packets of colors out of my bag. Purple ones and red ones and blue ones and light and pink ones. Just bunches of flavored colored packets. As a child, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I got a lot. These kids are about to ask me for some. I'm gonna give everyone some. I take the packets out. I think I went to the back of the class and grabbed some scissors and I started cutting them for everyone. And I'm just sharing them because sharing is caring. That's something I did learn as a child outside of poisoning kindergarten children. So at this point, about 90% of the class has these packets, and I'm convincing them, even if these children knew what they were because they've seen them before, I am telling them, I'm convincing them, these are ices. What do you mean? They're not bags of chemicals used to keep your lunch cold. They're ices. Drink them. I'm just like that dude that told all the Americans to drink the Kool-Aid in Guyana. What's that man name? There we go. Jim Jones. The Georgetown Massacre. That was me. I was a kindergarten Jim Jones. I have blatantly given out all of these packets of Kool-Aid, which in fact were packets of chemicals. Imagine putting Windex and bleach inside of these packets and feeding them to children. Literally, these are the things that go inside of your lunchbox that you put in the freezer and then put in your lunchbox to keep it cold with you, and then you go. So I assume this is probably like 4th, 5th graders that had this stuff that I took it from. After distributing all of these packets out to the children, I don't know why everyone decided to wait till they were all passed out so we could all just drink it together. And together as a class, we all decide to what? Drink the packets of chemicals that I decided to take from strangers on an outside picnic table and feed my whole kindergarten class. Do you guys understand the extent of what I'm telling you? I have taken random packets that have come from people's homes that they have left abandoned because they no longer needed, stored them in my bag. I stole them, decided to, not knowing what the hell it was, feed the chemicals to a whole class of kindergartners. So we all decided to consume them together, and that is exactly what we did. Oh my God! Oh, geez, oh my God! The next thing I know, some kids are spitting it out on the floor. Some of them are still drinking it. Some of them toss the thing on the ground. And me, I taste it, I'm like, what the hell is this? This is not what I'd be putting in my freezer at home. So you got partial of the class, no, half the class still drinking, and then some of the class is just confused. A couple of moments later, our teacher comes back in, but again, we just came back from a field trip, so she's not too concerned with what we're doing as long as we're being quiet. I am observing the children, and our lips are changing colors. Our lips are turning blue. I'm thinking, what the I'll be poisoning these kids, and that, you know, kindergartners are stupid. But in my brain, I think it finally clicked to me. This might not be an icy. This might not be something I'm supposed to be eating. As I am touching my mouth, wondering why it has changed colors, the kids in front of me, their faces are changing colors. Their mouth is blue. The teacher, I don't know if she had acknowledged what we were doing. I think maybe she genuinely thought we were eating ices. Like someone had ices and our mouth was blue because we were just eating blue ices. But no, we have chemical poisoning. Our bodies are about to shut down on us. Next thing you know, a kid is throwing up. A child is throwing up. This kid, he is violently vomiting. The teacher escorts him out of the classroom, calls somebody on her phone while she's outside with them, probably patting his back. I'm just like,
child. Anyway, so
what is going on? I just thought I was eating an icy. I just thought I was sharing the icy. I just thought I was Oprah. You get icy, you get icy, you get icy. Kid was taken to the nurse's office. I don't know what happened to that child. The rest of the kids that were in there, we all together decided we were going to dump it. If you already didn't, you know, throw it away.
Voicing over some incorrect information. The teacher had to take the sick kid to the office. Because of the field trip, the chaperones just took a lot of their kids home after. So the rest of the kids that were still there just went to the next door teacher.
Together with our blue mouths, go to the classroom beside us. Next teacher is looking at us like, what's going on? Why your mouth look like that? One of the kids, one of them just had to snitch on me. Oh, let me gave us some of this thing that came out this packet.
Shut your stupid ass up.
And the teacher just was like, oh, okay, and let us sit down. And that's it. They did nothing. And we only had one kid down for the count. I don't know. I don't remember what happened to them. I don't remember what happened the next day either, but I remembered that I poisoned them kids. The day ended. Went home. Some people's lips were still blue. Some people's lips were not blue anymore. I don't think I've ever told my parents about this. And we all came back to school the next day. Don't remember about the other kid. We continued life. Yeah. So, moral of the story, if you have a child or a niece, a nephew, someone who you have influence over that's younger than you, please inform them not to do stupid shit like me, not to take Kool-Aid packets that are not Kool-Aid packets, that are really packets of chemicals that are used for something else, and don't eat them, and then try to encourage other people to eat them and poison yourself and others. Yeah, I think that's a good lesson. That's basically the story of how I poisoned a whole kindergarten class with no repercussions, of course, unless the law is watching now, then my bad, sweetie. If you like this story, like it, of course. Like the video. Just like it. Just like the video. And there's more stories to come. See you later. Bye. And subscribe. Subscribe too. Please, just subscribe. Just subscribe.